Henderson, back to Palmer, he shoots,
my
what a goal! It's fantastic, it's Cole Palmer, take a bow, kiddo, 20 goals for the season!
So we done that last clip just for you, Mr. Jennings. Just for you, a bit of Cole Palmer.
Yeah, I mean, he is the boy, and he's the absolute boy.
He is.
You just think about what
I don't think you can hold on to him.
I certainly think we can. I certainly think we can. I mean, it's also essential that we do, because without him, we are lost. He is the jewel in the crown. He is the razzle dazzle in the team. He is the genuine sprinkle of stardust at Stamford Bridge. Yeah, we desperately need him. I love him so much.
He reminds me a bit of Jack Grealish at Villa. You know, just give him the ball where Jack Grealish was the man. Like literally, it felt like it was him versus 11 at sometimes. He's a bit like that. Yeah, a maverick type player.
He really is. I mean, he is exceptional. He genuinely is exceptional. And when you start thinking about where he could go from here, like where is his ceiling? I honestly have no idea. I think he's so good. And the other thing that I think is very important to remember with regard to Cole Palmer, he's not only has he done all of this for Chelsea, not only has he scored all these goals, not only has he been the epicentre of our team, but this season alone, he's already won Manchester City European silverware. It's very important to acknowledge that. Manchester City this season have won a European trophy because of the winner scored by Cole Palmer.
All right, enough of this Cole Palmer love. It needs to stop. It really needs to stop.
Not stopping anytime soon.
Stop him for this next subject, because it's Aston Villa versus Liverpool. Obviously, big game-ish on Monday. Aston Villa, it is fourth versus third. Aston Villa had a fantastic season, will qualify for the Champions League, no doubt about that. Liverpool will as well. Obviously, Liverpool fans hoped for a lot more this season. They do have a Carabao Cup to be proud of, I guess. It is a trophy in the cabinet, as another trophy for Jurgen Klopp in his final season at Liverpool. But ultimately, it's a season that's just faded away at a time when I thought that it wouldn't. I thought Liverpool would be able to show that they've got enough to kick on, and they just haven't. And some of the results have surprised me. Atalanta surprised me. United at Anfield surprised me. United at Old Trafford surprised me. And Liverpool just haven't had enough when they needed to.
No, they fizzled out. They did what Jurgen Klopp's teams don't do. Everything that we've learned about Jurgen Klopp's team is that they go to the bitter end. Whether they win or lose, they fight until the bitter end. They make a contest of it until the referee blows the full-time whistle on the final day of the season. We've seen how relentless they are time and time again. We've seen them go all the way to a European Cup final and get beat in Kiev in rather controversial circumstances, and the following season come back stronger and win it. We've seen them go all the way in a Premier League title race, get to 97 points, not win it, and then the following season come back, wallop, win it, and win it early. You know, the earliest that anyone's ever won it. So we know that they have that resoluteness, that character. And this season, I don't quite understand why, but it has fizzled out in a way that is very un-Klopp-like.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's so many reasons as to potentially why it's happened. Some people have said, look, the Jurgen Klopp news, has it backfired?
Can I offer you a reason here?
Go ahead,
I think it's really.
I'm taking reasons. Go ahead.
I think it might be massively oversimplifying the whole thing. But you know, when people do this, they can really drill down into certain things. And you go, did the Jurgen Klopp news disrupt the rhythm? Did Mohamed Salah's injury And you can really look for deep lying reasons. Is it possibly this simple? Darwin Nunez misses loads of chances. Is sometimes football that easy? Like, if Darwin Nunez wasn't so profligate, Liverpool would have scored loads more goals. If Liverpool did score loads more goals, they would have won more games, they would have accrued more points, they would be in the title race still.
It's hard to pin it just on him.
No, but he's the one. He misses sitters.
He has missed
sitter
a lot.
after sitter the geezer
Salah,
misses.
coming back from AFCON's not been the most Salah we expected to kick on, as he always seems to do. He's been bad as well. Trent's been out for a long time.
Oh, but Ade, it's not.
I can't just pin it on Darwin
Nunez.
I can't just pin it on him.
Sitters. It's not only missing chances. It's missing it's basically missing open goals. It's missing chances.
Have you seen that? He's kind of. You obviously don't follow him on Instagram, but you might have seen it on X or Twitter, where he's kind of just removed all his Liverpool posts. I think you have to go back to November 2022. Yeah, he's removed all of them.
Shabana Hearn told me about this.
Really?
I did hear about this. What do you make of this?
I know. I mean, he gets a lot of stick from fans. He's getting a lot of stick from Liverpool fans as well. And so I don't know if it's a case of he's just tired and had enough. So he's deleted it. He's turned off his comments off as well.
It's quite a bold statement. Like, I find social media and footballers all fairly unedifying. Like, I don't like it. I don't really think they should be on there. But, you know, in the modern day game...
You've almost got to, unfortunately, deal with it. Or don't have an Instagram.
A footballer making a statement on Instagram, this is a pathetic statement, but it's true. A footballer making a statement on Instagram is actually quite a powerful way to make a statement. It actually matters.
Of course, you remove all your Liverpool posts. What are you saying?
You're breaking up with someone.
You're breaking up with someone. Liverpool. Aston Villa versus Liverpool, Monday. Again, it is exclusive to talkSPORT. Go on, score prediction quickly.
Do you know what, Ade? I have no idea. I have no idea. It's actually quite an interesting game because Villa still do need the points. I think Liverpool must try and get the points just in case. It just takes a couple of slips. It's so unlikely, but Liverpool must be waiting to pounce. Therefore, I think Liverpool will win the game. I also think that losing in Europe will be very detrimental to Unai Emery's team.
Yeah, I think Villa ran their race.
Yeah,
now.
and they've got it in the bag as well because Tottenham aren't going to do anything.
Yeah, okay. Speaking of Tottenham, Tottenham take on Burnley. Obviously, look, massive opportunity this one for Burnley, who surprisingly clawed the gap back. I thought there was a time when I thought Burnley were going to do what Sheffield United would do and just get relegated early. Vincent Kompany somehow got them playing.
Given themselves a chance. They go to Spurs Saturday. It's on talkSPORT 2. What are you thinking? I think Burnley have to win this game. There's no no prize in a draw. There's no value to a point. They need to win this game. They may as well lose it if they don't win it. So Burnley are going to have to go for the jugular. There has never been a better time this season to play Tottenham. There is a vulnerability to them. There is a chance. I think Burnley are going to do it. Wow. I really do. Burnley are going to do it.
I think they'll nick a point. I don't think they're beating Spurs.
I think they're going to beat them, and which is going to secure Aston Villa Champions League football as well.
Yeah, indeed. West Ham versus Luton Town. Obviously, West Ham announced this week that their manager, David Moyes, will no longer be at the club. We'll talk about that decision a bit later. So this will be his final home game. Hopefully he gets a good little send-off. Luton desperate for the points as well. Had a surprising season. There's so many games where they're going to look back if they do get relegated thinking we could have picked up a point here, could have picked up 3 points here, we've dropped points. West Ham versus Luton. West Ham have decided enough's enough for the season as well. How do you see this one playing out?
This is another one that's so difficult to predict because I think West Ham are actually in disarray. We saw what Chelsea did to them.
Yeah,
like we battered them. We battered them.
I think Crystal Palace put 5 past them as well.
Yeah, I mean it's just gone so wrong. And you know that I've never been a huge supporter of David Moyes, and I've thought on various occasions that they could move on from him, even when he was succeeding. But the way that they've gone about it, they've publicly embarrassed him by looking for the replacement while he's still there. And that Tim Steidten should be like hanging his head in shame. It's really poorly won.
It's bad.
And as a result, I think that they have capitulated. I think it's over for them. Therefore, I'm going to say, I think it's probably got a draw written all over it.
Interesting. You know that my fear for West Ham, not a West Ham fan, but if you're a West Ham fan, you must think, what's going to happen with Kudus? You must think, what's going to happen with Jared Bowen? You must think Paqueta, who was going to go Man City anyway, apart from that issue he had with the gambling thing. So I think there could be a bit of an exodus when the season ends, but we'll see. Final one, Nottingham Forest versus your boys Chelsea. Nottingham Forest desperate for the points as well, just above the relegation zone. They know they win this one, they're pretty much safe. But I don't know if they will. Yeah, going
to Forest at this stage of the season, do you know what I immediately think of? Do you remember this time last year? I think it could almost be like to the day. They played Arsenal at the City Ground and they got a win and it went mad in there, and I think there was like a pitch invasion in celebration, you know, those jubilous scenes. I really hope that we don't see them again. I really hope that doesn't. But I'm slightly worried. I'm slightly worried about this fixture. But we are in good form.
Yeah, you're in good form. And again, there's an outside chance you can make Europe as well. So you need the 3 points.
Yes, we certainly need the 3 points if Manchester United are going to win.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.